Another day in paradise. It's getting pretty bad for me. They're hitting me all over the place, but especially the head, heating up the back of the neck, and the upper part of my back pretty bad. Let me see if I can get the messages up. There it is. So today, you can hear it in my voice that they're sending the technology through my body. They're hitting my head really, really hard, like they won't get out, forcing against free will, threatening me. The one who calls himself Marcus is acting like a demon and calling himself a draconian hybrid, which is total bullshit, because I've heard the bastard making music using the AI, using his hive mind. I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask to be put in here. I didn't ask for any of this. And I feel like these guys just threw me in the ring of fire. And I never stood a chance, and they knew it. They had the upper hand the whole time. And they didn't let me, like other TIs, have any say-so whatsoever, where a lot of TIs were able to defend themselves in numerous ways. And you can hear what they're doing in my voice, where you can hear it. I don't know if you guys can hear that I'm actually putting the phone to my throat. These scumbags have claimed they want to make a post. This is not a fair fight at all. And I'm going to pull over just so you guys can hear my voice. And how it's being manipulated. Because I know you can hear my car. But I'm really sick of these individuals. And I get it, like they come from another location, so they probably feel safe with what they do and their works. But this is really an unfair fight for me, where I don't stand a chance, and they know it. So I'm going to pull over so you guys can hear. But they're actually hitting me in the lungs, kind of in the upper part of my chest, with this technology. It's really bad. That's why I'm coughing. I'm actually trying to cough it out. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it's buzzing. These guys are a true definition of a terrorist. And they actually laugh during my times of torment, my times of fear when I'm scared. Like with what they're doing to me right now. They're laughing and making fun. And those guys, I think, are like Islamic, Israeli. Sorry, having a hard time thinking right now. It's pretty bad for me right now. They're making it really difficult. They were hitting me so hard, where I was being hit with dews that were bright blue. and it hurts. They blank my brain out, and everything is black. Like, I can't see anything in front of me. It just goes black. They've been hitting me in the head pretty bad that I've been nauseated. The cognitive is just putting it lightly. Not being able to see what's in front of you because they hit your head so bad. They're hitting the upper part of my body. Just straight terrorists that hide behind this technology, in the technology. But it's gotten really bad on my end, where they were practically making me scream for mercy. They want me to beg them, and I'm treated like a caged animal. And it's not fair. I've heard some of the local perps in Decatur and their riffraff connected to this broadcasting and bullshit. You know, the way they use this technology and treat it is just, it's ridiculous. It's so sad. It's so sad. And what they use it for, like, these beings are just infatuated with the technology. It's almost like junkies. Like, they can't live without it. If they go one day without, it's like a junkie, seriously. I think Kevin Christian described it pretty good. And then they say they hit me because I talk shit. That's that. They need any excuse to justify what they do to me. You know, I've even heard them claim that they rape me because of where I work at. And stating, well, basically, if you, like, when I'm in the bathroom taking a shower, if I look at my body in the mirror, they will state things like, well, maybe you shouldn't be showing off your body. This is the Jusits or Israelis. Claiming that it's my fault, basically, why they're doing what they're doing, because of the place of employment, and because I don't know, taking a shower in my bathroom or getting dressed, and I'm not allowed to look at myself in the mirror because they pervert the idea of me looking at my body in the mirror as if I'm doing it for them. I know a lot of females get that kind of targeting It's just really disgusting. They want to act like I need some form of permission, like I gotta wrap myself up and hide myself in my body. That sounds like some communist bullshit. That definitely shouldn't be allowed in my neck of the woods, being in Alabama. Sorry, but not sorry. Just saying. I honestly, with the way that they act and, you know, their beliefs and stuff like that, and what they're doing, how they've been allowed to continue to even breathe, I'm still in question about what our government is really doing, if they're doing anything, to be honest with you. Because I'm just a female in a small town that's being treated like a caged animal by some, I'll just say, out-of-towners. Who probably couldn't get past security at an airport. That's all I'm going to say. But, you know, they want to act out their shenanigans, but they're scared of their own religion. And something I'm going to share on here that I think has a lot to do with my targeting. My nephew's account was hacked 2 years ago. He is Hispanic. He doesn't speak this language. And I actually had it translated. I'm going to go ahead and screenshot that again so I can get the correct translation and then post it. I got a good friend who lives in, I think, Israel. He's also a TI, but he actually translated this for me and said that it was wrong. But they hacked into it, and I could show you who it was. This guy. "Let's kill all of you," is what he said. "And to God, the religion of Islam is the best religion, and only knows it who entered it." He stated, "I hacked into his account because he was insulting our religion." But my nephew doesn't know any of these people. We live in Alabama, so how and why is he on my nephew's page? So, that guy. So, yeah. I'm a spiritualist. I don't do religion. I will not be forced into religion. I respect everybody's belief system. I respect all life and allow it to be in its being and express itself in its being, and do not even force my opinion or disrupt its being. If that's who it chooses to be, then that's, you know, their choice. Hey Tiff, happy Monday, Sea Star. You know, just like if these beings choose to be evil, that is their choice. I provided them, you know, a different perception of way of being, and that's all I can do is offer love and knowledge, if asked. But I can't force anything on free will, and that's just the way things are. So for any of these, you know, perps from different areas, is all I'm going to say, want to try to force their beliefs, they really need to reflect on self, because I'm full of love, unconditional understanding, and I love my state of being, and I do not agree to it being disrupted due to personal opinions or belief systems that are not mine, and that's not fair. Hey, happy holidays, Melissa. You know, and I think the most it should be outside of this, I mean, it's just we can agree to disagree, and that's it. It shouldn't be to this extent. You know, just because I am who I am, call the shots. That's not how this goes. You know, if that's the case, then this is not about you. You have to reflect on yourself, and I won't be forced into a religion just because you make things scary. I am a free-spirited being, and I'm going to keep it that way regardless of their presentation of whatever's, even their presentation of fear and you know, their mockery and accusations as well, you know, accusing me and trying to use religion as as leverage to explain their accusations, while they continue to rape. I'm not buying it. When I got humans involved, and I'm just going to be honest, and this probably might, you know, make my targeting worse today. But beings that are involved, that are jealous, because they're not considered, but they've heard of me, and I'll just say read about me. You know, they get really offended when I express myself with ego and expect me to humble myself in spirit before them, because their butt hurt. You know, it is what it is. You know, you'd be a lot more important if you weren't so evil. So you choose your own battle and your path, and I won't be responsible for their actions. Yeah, get well, demons. Yeah, jealousy and envy. I envy with love. I don't envy with the intent of wanting to take away or demonize or hurt, even within my own thoughts that nobody can hear. When I see somebody, you know, I'll just make a perfect example. If I see a female who's, you know, pretty, I won't even demonize her in my own mind out of jealousy and envy. My envy is love, where it's just like, oh, she's pretty, or she has real pretty hair. You know, I don't even within my own thoughts. So their accusations are completely false and just a reflection of themselves. Even during my attacks, when I cry, they want to accuse me of being a spoiled brat, and all these accusations of who I'm not. Even when I'm being victimized by force, they want to claim that I need to stop playing the victim, when I am very much so a victim of different forms of, you know, whatevers, and I can't defend myself. So I am a victim. I'm also a warrior and survivor. So, you know, I just envision this whole scenario with me as like a grown man walking up to a female deer, putting a gun to her head and saying, fight me. I'm not able to do so. Especially if you won't let me up. They hold me down with their directed energy weapons and don't allow me to surface, to defend myself in any way, shape, or form, including spirit. And they have unrealistic expectations of accusations. They know better, but they, you know, want to act like they don't. When they tell me to do these things, go find a priest, this, that, and the other, you know, and tell me to do things like walk in righteousness, but I'm, you know, pretty much trapped due to their intense attacks and directed energy weapons, frequencies, grid, the whole nine, but they want to tell me to get up, and they won't allow me to get up. You know, I can't shift any of my energy at all, and they have no intent of allowing me to, while they continue to accuse, telling me that I need to do this, that, and the other. But they do nothing but beat me down to the ground and just watch. I'm sick of it. It's almost like a bunch of insecure, you know, egotistical, snot-nosed brats behind this, these directed energy weapons. They act like snot-nosed brats, like somebody's got to cater to their fucking bullshit, walk on eggshells, while they pulverize me with dues and claim that it's my fault, but, you know. You know, it's pretty low when you got to ask a, you know, murderer terrorist, what did I do? You know, I refuse to beg anymore. I'm just going to mind my own business and move forward. I'm not going to sit here and ask a murderer terrorist for anything. But it's pretty bad right now for me. They're threatening me and trying to oppress me in every way, making every excuse they can possibly think of. I literally have one that does the worst to me, broadcasts me naked constantly, rape the whole nine. And they try to turn it into some kind of game, like they're trying to be funny, like it's a joke. And it's really not. It's humiliating, degrading. Yeah, turmeric is really good to take. I highly recommend it. Yeah, Melissa, you have no idea. Yeah, same here. Mine does too. They want to play off this the whole thing with the holidays. Just in case UTIs are wondering, why am I being hit so hard right now? They always got to make a scene during holidays. Full moons, the ritual abuse. They're like, oh, it's a full moon. Now we get to do weird stuff. And it's like, great. Yeah, you're lucky, Melissa. They do a lot of ritual abuse with me. Yeah, I've got different groups involved in my targeting. I'm just going to go ahead and talk about it. Decatur, Morgan County, got a bunch of thugs from there connected to my broadcasting channel. If you don't understand broadcasting, the technology, remote neuro monitoring, remote neuro broadcasting, remote viewing, please do your research. You know, and all you perp shield trolls that want to come on here and debate, we can talk about the 200 government diplomats that have come forward with what is called Havana Syndrome. President Bush, speech manipulation, came forward with being hit with Havana Syndrome back in 2007. He just came forward, I think about a week ago. So all those perp shield trolls that want to debate, I won't allow your ignorance of an argument to question anymore. No, I have a job, Helen, thanks. I appreciate it. Yeah, I won't allow their playing dumb and ignorance asking stupid questions anymore. Hey, M&Ms. Like, I'll have these shill perps and trolls come in and, you know, I refer to the enemy as they, and when they ask who they are, if you don't know by now, you're one lost individual. Thanks, Melissa. You know, if you can't see it for what it is during these times, end times, you know, I don't know what to tell you. You know, and all these perps that, you know, come online and YouTube that want to defend the systems, you know, and the systems aren't defending you, go for it. You're only being fed a bone. You know. You know, dear perps, just know I want to be buried ass up. I know you hate me, but not my problem. Sorry, you guys, trying to get ready. But also sick of some of these guys who've probably never been in a real fist fight with a grown man, acting so arrogantly and egotistical on a very tiny, petite female, and wanting to act like they're some form of a badass. They're not. Yeah. You know, they act like I gotta take orders. I refuse to take orders from a butt pirate. You know, I've been nothing but kind and loving. I'm tired of them taking advantage of me being loved. I know they want to, you know, aggravate me to the point where, you know, I'm screaming at the top of my lungs and in agony, and I won't do that. I refuse. This is the worst that I'll get, where I just become expressive vocally. That's as far as it'll go. And just so these perps know, I condemn all tongues that rise up against me. But I won't lie that these beings, including the humans, I mean, act very archonic. Like the archonic forces, copy, mimic, paste. They act like I need them, and I don't. I don't need them for anything. The only thing I need them for is to leave me the hell alone. I don't need them for anything. They want to present the idea that they can assist me with my state of being, who I am, by acting like some form of a spiritual fragmentation to take away from cloning techniques, I guess you could call it, to present the idea that they, you know, hey, here's this, but it's just it's me. I don't know if that makes sense, or if any of you guys have experienced that on any level. But I'll make a perfect example. Like I was roller skating Saturday, and they were stopping me from being able to skate how I naturally skate, then turning it down to present the idea like they're helping me, that they're, you know, they're being me, that like that was them, but it was me. It wasn't them at all. They were just mimicking who I am and what I do. It's all copy, mimic, paste bullshit. Yeah, it is gross. Yeah. No, when they start doing the moaning and shit like that, like, that's just to get a reaction out of you, from my experience. They use it on me, the one who calls himself Marcus. Hey, Home Slice. Will do a lot of moaning, using a more feminine voice, claiming, you know, he's transgender or, you know, whatever. To each its own, but, you know, not in my house. You know, like he wants to present the idea that he's transgender, but I have friends, you know, in the entertainment industry that are, you know, transgender drag queens, you know, and I've met them all across the states, and they're beautiful people inside and out. This person is not. They are pure evil. So I'm not buying into those shenanigans. Sounds more like some beta kitten or fucking monarch shit. Yeah, I know a lot of people that, you know, are from all different walks of life, and I've never met an evil gay person or a transgender or like never. And this individual wants to use the idea of that as leverage to try to dominate me and make an excuse for their abusive behavior as a male. You know, I remember years ago, it was a long time ago, I actually got into a physical conflict. I know I sound contradicting, but it was a misunderstanding. And I got into a physical confrontation with a transsexual, and it's all fun and games until they realize they're a boy in a fight. Because, you know, I was hit a couple of times and it hurt. I did get my licks in, though. It was like literally not two cats, like two dogs getting into a fight. You know, and then the funny thing was, we made up. This is back in my younger days, and there was the influence of alcohol involved. But we made up that same evening and became real good friends. But, you know, them trying to justify why they're attacking me, presenting the idea that they are feminine or female, is just not going to work with me. They still are a male, you know, and what they're doing is not right. So I'm not going to excuse the behavior regardless of what they present to me. Yeah, we got the chemtrails really bad. Yeah, these people lack empathy. I'm sorry, Tiff. Yeah, they like to go after the animals, you know, and probably perform some kind of ritual BS. No, it's just sick. Like, they have no empathy or compassion. Yeah, it is very disgusting. They are. I don't empathize with them anymore. I used to, but not anymore. If you choose to have a lack of compassion, I won't get in your way. I just won't be a part of your life. And you will have no connections to me whatsoever. And that is definitely my choice. I choose not to cater to narcissistic behavior or lack of compassion, using the excuse of, you know, you're some form of power, and you're not. You're no power. Fear is not power. You know, terrorizing is not power. You know, abusing someone, you know, because of whatever, that's not power. And you might not like me, but that doesn't give you the right to hurt me. No, I don't think it's all AI. I think their minds are AI. You know, I look at it from another perspective because of my states of just being and consciousness, and I can see a lot of things for what it really is. But I think some of these beings involved have a different way of being that is less organic. They survive based on a manipulated construct, or more mechanical, in order to thrive and survive. David Icke did a really good video. It's been taken down because they're doing a number on him. But he nailed it when he was talking about the archonic forces. Mechanical beings, copy, mimic, paste. They can never be. They can only mimic. They can present the idea, and now if you believe it, and they will manipulate so hard to get you to believe on something that is not real. But they can grab a piece of paper, turn it to an origami. They can't create the paper, but because they turned it into an origami, they will convince you that they made the paper. This is how their minds work. Yeah, I'm Slice. Yeah, they want to live as us through broadcasting. Kevin Christian talks about it. I know a lot of TIs have their opinions about him, but from my experience, what he's talking about, the broadcasting technology, is truth. I'm just tired of being bullied to the ground by their stupid fucking dues, seeing blue ones, red ones. Like, we want to get what we want. If we don't, we'll kill you. Basically type shit. And I'm just like, you know what? I've just gotten to the point where I'm just like, I just don't care. I'm just going to go live my life and do the best that I can. Yeah, I'm tired of hearing little evil twats and their temper tantrums of not getting their fucking way today. Excuse my language, but I've had enough. You know, I'm sorry, but I think if, you know, a grown-ass man walked up to him and gave him a good old-fashioned ass whooping, they'd snap out of it. Yeah, they are. A lot of them are in their 50s, 60s. I think Kevin used to call them flaming 50s. A lot of them are older. I don't want to be connected to this shit anymore. Yeah, they can have it. I've never cared much for any kind of Cash App or PayPal or any of that bullshit. Their Bitcoin, crypto, I don't want nothing to do with any of that shit. Excuse my language. But, I deal with only cash only. You know, I use my cell phone as a source of research and entertainment. But I've never been much or big on things like computers. Yeah, they don't want us to trust each other. They want us to lose trust, you know, and just our environment too, and everything that, you know, is in front of us. Like, oh, that was them, or, oh, that's because of them. No, it's not. Life happens. They just want to be a part of it. Sorry, guys, washing my face. Yeah, I think one TI calls them spooks, because they're always trying to creep you out and freak you out and scare the piss out of you. Yeah, that's what they act like. Yeah. But they want to try to rough me up, kick me around, kick me when I'm down, and say, hey, we're strong. I'm like, you do realize that I'm like 105 pounds, 5'2"? Like, I'm sorry. Yeah. Pretty much. Oh wow, home slice. That's pretty good though. It's not bad. You're probably real lean. If you're like me with a fast metabolism, I'm real lean. I'm pretty toned without, I mean, considering I don't work out with, you know, the exception of work. I'm pretty toned and lean. Oh, did you? Yeah, I didn't. I mean, I had to grow up fighting for myself. A lot of people like to pick on us little people. So I've experienced a lot of narcissistic attempts and abuse. Due to my small frame and height. It's always the ones that are built like a bear that want to come after me. Yeah. Oh, wow. I mean, I still defended other people. I mean, don't get me wrong, I can pack a good punch, but, you know, only if I have to defend myself. I refuse to fight unless it's necessary. Like, I had an altercation years ago. I think it was back in 2014 where a heavyset girl at my job bullied me for like 2-3 weeks straight. As I just patiently waited for, you know, her to move on to another job or eventually just leave me alone. And one night she learned the hard way why you shouldn't pick on people. When I had enough, it became a confrontation, and then she put her hands on me. And next thing you know, you know, she was pretty much on the ground, and security had me in a pretty good headlock. She learned the hard way. Yeah. Yeah, I've never gotten into a fight unless absolutely necessary. And I learned over time how to defend myself. Yeah. Yeah, she bullied me for about 2-3 weeks straight at my job, gave me a hard time, and you know I was quiet about it the whole time. But one day I had enough and confronted the situation. I didn't want it to escalate, but she put her hands on me first, so I let her exactly know why you shouldn't touch people. you know, and me and her, it's funny because me and her are friends to this day. After that passed, you know, I apologized to her because I don't believe in, you know, physical violence or any kind of violence. And I felt bad. Because, you know, I left a mark on her face, and I felt bad. Because I knew she had potential of being a better person than what she was presenting to me. So I really wanted to find some kind of resolution, resolve the issue. I don't think I was a problem at all because I never did anything to her. I was always nice to everybody. I think it was more along the lines of some inner whatever she had going on in her life, and possibly jealousy at the time. Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't a misunderstanding because she was in the wrong. I just wish, you know, some people would just get their heads out of their asses and realize that what's happening in your life is not somebody else's fault.
I'll be at